everybody, welcome to Lights Out Comedy. We're here to improvise a whole play for your listening, most of the time, pleasure. That is, most of the time listening, partially visual, I guess. To get us started with this brand new play that no one's ever seen before and no one will ever see again, can we have a suggestion from the audience of any phrase, slogan, word, place, person, activity? I don't know, anything else? You guys got anything else?
Noun, apparently.
Nouns, verbs.
Also, no one will ever see it again unless they watch this video on YouTube later, I guess. But or maybe you'll delete it. Ooh. No.
I don't know. That depends on you guys. I mean, I know I'll give gold, but if you guys don't live up to my expectations, I might just have to accept.
The only request I have is the word not be either word or suggestion. Otherwise, I'm fine.
Little too meta.
Yeah.
Nothing with a Germanic root if we can avoid it. I feel like
that's a good point. Honestly, words that end in Y, I'm kind of allergic to, so that would also be something if we could avoid. Hard consonants also, like, that can be tricky.
Okay, we got a suggestion. How about walk in the park?
There's some hard consonants in there. I hope that's
there is, but with the delay, I mean, I'm sure it was typed in before Ron.
Oh yeah.
Asked for that.
This is funny because I was thinking earlier today how there are sayings that make no sense to me. And I guess they have their derivation. You would understand them. It's a walk in the park. Honestly, I've been in parks that are like Stanley Park. That shit, that's long. That's not fun. That's a long, arduous walk. So like the idea that's like, I don't know what park the person who originally said it was in, but I'm guessing it was like really short. But yeah, I mean, raining cats and dogs, that's another saying that, honestly doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I don't know when the last time dogs and cats fell from the sky was, but it was definitely before my time.
We had frogs a couple months ago, though. Saw the news headlines.
I feel like that one, maybe there was like a literal reason. I don't remember what it is. I heard the suggestion and thought of it literally as in like, oh, let's think about when we actually go for a stroll outside in the park and it's nice. But
it's not as long and arduous and devastating.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes it is.
Filled with geese.
Oh God!
All the parks
there are
near
geese
me.
in the park. Geese are aggressive.
Geese would make any park terrifying.
Geese are the worst.
The only people who say that have never actually spent time around ostriches, because let me tell you, those things are nasty. Like you try to give them food and you are going to be impaled. Your hand will be impaled. Now, mind you, the first time you do it and you're almost impaled, it's on the ostrich. The second and third time I did it, probably my fault.
Right.
Could I get clarification around spent time around ostriches?
So there are definitely, like, when I was in Ireland, I went to a little animal park and they had a couple ostriches. And I then had I will admit, the best idea, which is the worst idea. After I was almost impaled twice, the third time I thought, oh, better idea. Instead of putting a little bit of seed on my hand, I will hold out the whole bag for the thing. That was a gigantic mistake.
Yeah.
The bag exploded. The beak went through the bag into my hand anyway. So if
we
all I have to say about that is fuck ostriches.
If we get anything out of this show, stay away from ostriches.
I'm glad you survived that encounter, Ron.
With all of your fingers, I assume.
Some of them.
Doing okay.
Just stay away from the ostriches, Ron.
At least when you're in Ireland.
Ostriches.
Stay away.
Maribel.
Yes.
Maribel, I've been let go from the aviary because they said my words were inappropriate today.
You were insulting the birds again, weren't you, Reginald?
I was not insulting the birds. I was insulting the people by insulting the birds. That is very different.
The birds can't tell the difference, and they get very upset. I warned you about this every day before you went to work. Respect the birds. You can insult the people, but respect the birds. Reginald.
Maribel, you know I respect the birds. I'm not a violent person. When I say things like kill two birds with one stone, I'm not speaking literally.
But the birds don't know that, Reginald. They can't tell that. They just hear stones and kill. Birds have a vocabulary of like 3 words, Reginald, and you know this.
Maribel, we're talking, I was like around the penguins. And let's be real, the penguins, they should know better. They should know better.
Reginald, you should have known better. What are we going to do with little Bradthy? Without your income, we can't send him to a private school where he can learn to be an aviary employee. That was all he wanted. He wanted to be like his father. Now he can't.
Mama, I tried to feed the pigeons, and they pecked my face.
Oh, Bradthy, it's okay. Come here, Bradthy.
Oh, fuck those pigeons!
Bradthy!
Maribel, that's your influence. You know curse words. I may speak violently around birds, but I do not curse.
Are you an angel?
Yes. Can you not tell by my holy presence? And you must be a gardener, for you are very dirty.
I admit it is an exceptionally dirty day. But gardening, it's just a hobby. It's just a hobby. What I really, my real passion, my real life's purpose is model boats.
It's a fine passion for sure. You know, gotta get those tiny boats, maybe help some ants cross the river.
The first boat I ever modeled was just this tiny little sailboat. It was glorious. It glue in the dark, just like you do.
Yes. That is certainly an excellent passion, and it is exactly why I am here. I'm here because your boat modeling skills are needed. You know, how we had Noah and the Ark. Well, we need a tiny one because it's going to rain a lot and the bugs will need saving. But only some of them.
A tiny boat for bugs?
Yes.
I can do that. I'm your man. If you need a tiny boat for bugs, why, you came to the right place. I can start right away. I can make it 5, 6 inches long even.
That would be perfect.
3 decks. I can picture it now. It's gonna be glorious.
Thunder crash.
Oh shit. Apparently it happened a lot sooner than expected.
Look, Ted, you know I love you and I support your career and things, but man, these literal rock songs you keep doing.
I'm just really passionate about rocks, Janet.
Yeah. I get it, Ted. I get that you really love them, but
Yeah, like sedimentary, igneous, all the rocks they rock. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at all your shows because I love you. Not because I love your music, but I do love you.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that, Janet, but do you think you could try to, like, at least understand my music and the passion in my soul for rocks?
Man, I didn't get that PhD in geographical stuff. What even do you have? You're like so...
Geology!
Yeah.
Called geology, Janet.
Yeah. Like, I don't even know Paleolithic sediment from any other era, man.
Well, you're starting to pick up some of the terms, right? You didn't even know the term Paleolithic sediment when we started dating.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Your music makes me feel stupid.
Well, I mean, would you rather I, like, use my PhD to go be a professor or something and teach kids about rocks?
We never need to sell out, Ted. Never sell out.
Yeah. So you wanted me to be a rock star, and like, I misinterpreted that a little bit on your Tinder bio when we first met, but I compromised and I became a rock star about rocks, the way that I thought it was too, and...
Oh my God, Ted, you became a rock star to date me?
Yeah, Janet, I love you.
Oh my God, no one's ever literally sung about rocks for like 3 hours in front of screaming fans for me before.
I mean, yeah, I really just wanted to impress you with my rock songs and my rock knowledge. I didn't mean to intimidate you. I
mean, of course I'm impressed. I've never heard anyone describe rocks like that before.
Yeah, like, rocks are just, like, beautiful. Like you're like a rock. You're like a geode. Like, so beautiful.
Oh, wait, on the inside, but like on the outside, I'm like all crusty and nasty?
Other people will regret this, but I have to say that last scene metamorphosized into something rather nice.
Yeah, there were definitely layers to it that I appreciated as well.
It kept building slowly over time.
Has anyone here had any success with a dating app ever?
No.
I've never used one.
Either have I.
I don't know, just sitting around and watching other people laugh at other people's profiles count, because that was amusing.
I did once borrow a friend's phone to like swipe for her on like the worst possible people. That was kind of fun.
Like, you
had success in that.
for the people that
like the absolute worst, like the dude posting with the fish. Like, yeah.
Always one of those.
Ray, I did watch the one on Netflix though, which was actually pretty interesting. Which is like this concept in which genetically there's one person in the world that's like your ideal match, and that like when they match you with the person, you're just so like perfectly attuned, you're never as happy as you are with that one person. Now there is a little twist, not to ruin the show because it doesn't really, but there are some glitches. So you could actually match with two people, but they like sort of like throw one out. So, but as far as you know, like you're matched with.
This sounds like a dystopian YA novel.
Yeah, this is like Black Mirror stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I've read dystopian YA novels that are basically this. Like,
yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about it though. Like, if you're destined to be with two people, what's wrong with that? Like,
wait, hold on, Ray. What do you mean you are okay with dating two people?
I mean,
now I got questions.
No, but in the abstract, maybe is what you like. If somebody
abstractly
is for that,
who you abstractly seeing on the side.
I think Ray, the app you're looking for there is called Big Love. I think that
No, because that one's like where just the man has a bunch of wives. Like, that's not fair. If you're gonna do polyamory, let everybody have multiple partners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Fair.
Everybody who wants multiple partners should be able to have multiple partners.
I will say this though. I knew somebody who was married and also was living with somebody else. So there were 3 of them together, like in the same house. And every man I told this to found it shocking because they're like, look, I cannot imagine dealing with more than my wife. Like, it is difficult enough trying to have good communication and make her happy. Throwing another person into that mix, like, no way. Like, and yet the women I told were like, oh, I bet you every guy loves that idea. And I'm like, no, actually they were all like, what the hell is that guy thinking? So it was definitely an interesting
Yeah. I mean, it has to be a very small percentage of people that would actually do well in that situation, right?
Mhm.
Ray, are you suggesting you would do well in that situation?
I am invested in the answer to this question.
And that's where we edit.
I don't, sure.
Alms for a poor mother whose husband is out of work. Alms. Oh, thank you, kind sir. Thank you. Alms for a poor mother whose husband is out of work, who can't hold a job, who just keeps insulting the birds.
You poor little thing. Oh, bless.
I have a young son. We hope to get him back into school someday.
The wee little one isn't in school. That's the saddest thing ever.
We had to send him to the factories, little Bradley.
Oh.
It's all we could do because my husband lost his job at the aviary. We are now destitute.
Oh, the aviary. It's just one paycheck away from alms. I hadn't realized.
It's
Well, what if-
every little bit helps.
Yes, of course. Here you go.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
goodness,
you.
are those geese over there looking at us funny? Okay, bye. Have a nice day.
You'll get your percentage, geese. You'll get your percentage. But I need to get a little bit more before we split the take. Yeah, I understand. Fine. I will buy a loaf of bread. Baker, oh Baker. Baker?
May we?
Yes. I'm here. It's in the back making bread. I'm here.
I haven't very much, kind sir, but if you could help with me with a loaf of your finest bread.
My finest bread. I heard you out there asking for alms and you want my finest bread.
The geese will be mad if I don't bring the finest.
You didn't tell me it was for the geese.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Always pay for the geese so they don't break in and destroy things.
Thank you, kind sir. Thank you. The geese will be very pleased.
Good. Tell them I still have their payment for next month for safety. We're good.
Wait, you're already paying the geese?
Everyone is paying the geese.
So they're just greedy.
Don't let them hear you say that.
Okay, I have 2 ants, 2 ladybugs, 2 snails? Are snails a bug?
Sir, can you? It's me, the little inchworm. Can you get me on the ship?
Oh, Inchworm, you're adorable. Do you have a partner?
Um, um, do I? Is this a couples only cruise?
Well, the angel told me two of every kind, and well, you're all alone.
Oh no! Oh no! Um, I
If
I don't. I
May I interest you in a centimeter worm? I'm very similar to an inchworm, a little smaller, but
I,
I think the two of us could make a lovely couple.
oh, that sounds good.
oh, you're also single? A centimeter worm and an inchworm. I think I can make this work. I do have the room on the tiny boat. I think that will do nicely, actually.
I think yeah, we'll create a whole new type of worm together.
So
I mean, it will still be metric. It has to be metric. I can't have imperial children.
Oh. Oh, I mean, I do want to get on the boat. There's some big droplets falling, but oh, I always thought, that maybe I'd have, even if they were inchworm children, at least like imperial. I thought like 3/4 inch, or
I, we could maybe give them a imperial name, but they'd still be measured in centimeters, millimeters.
oh, I guess. Well, oh, how?
well, if the two of you don't mind, I have this paperwork here to. If you would just fill out these profiles, we can see if you're a match. And
Oh, okay.
I think we are holding up the line. We'll discuss this.
Carrie, when you said you were into folk music, I was like, yeah. I'll admit I misread it at first, but man, you're amazing.
Thank you. I've tried to perfect what I consider folk music, because I think there's a lot of folks that like to hear stuff. So I kind of like focus on the folks.
You focus. That's what you do.
I do.
It's just so impressive. Like, I love you.
Lisbeth, no one has ever really appreciated my work like you have. I find that a lot of people don't understand and don't get what I'm trying to. A lot of people call me avant-garde, which I don't even understand because I'm not. I don't speak French, so I find it confusing. But it seems insulting. And
Yeah.
so I appreciate your just joy and thoughtfulness.
Do you think maybe I should like date a French musician and then come back to you?
Date a French musician.
And then come figure out what that means. Get the answer.
I feel my heart being torn asunder because I thought I was special, and now I've merely mentioned a French word, and you're thinking of dating a French musician? Who is he? Is it Pierre? Is it Francois?
Of course,
Is it
it's
Jerry
Pierre
Lewis?
and Francois. It's kind of all of them. I'll admit it, I look at music sites and
Oh my God, when you said
see
you liked
potential.
folk music, I didn't realize you meant you liked lots of folks. That's what you were saying. I misunderstood, Lisbeth.
but I do still love you. So if you're comfortable in a very big house with lots of music going on all the time,
That sounds like a jamboree. And you know that there was a terrible accident that I suffered as a child at a jamboree. in which I lost my left hand. Has anyone ever lost their left hand, Ray?
Has anyone ever lost their left hand? I mean,
Like
No, I
in
meant-
the world, probably.
I
On this
keep
show.
pretty good track of mine. I mean,
Yeah, as far as I can tell, mine's still attached.
I have had many experiences though where I've fallen asleep and then like I've literally had to like pick my hand up and throw it over the side of the bed to wake it up, which is annoying.
Oh, is that what you meant? You didn't like physically lose your left hand? It just fell asleep for a while.
But it's like disassociated from me, like because literally it just was like,
I've gotten that like my
I had a nightmare that zombies were chasing me, and I woke up and I moved, and my left arm fell on my face. Completely, the circulation had been cut off, so it didn't feel like it was my arm,
Oh no.
which
Now-
was terrifying.
Quinn, I have a
Until I
different
realized
question.
it, I was just like, oh.
Were they zombies like with incredible speed, or were they like the sort of classic zombies that you could walk at a slow, you could like walk in the park and you would be fine?
They were more like not quite running zombies, like light jog zombies.
They were like sauntering zombies.
Yeah.
A power walking zombie.
Power walking.
So if you can run, you'll get away from them, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not running, but please hold the bus, zombie.
so for those of you keeping track at home, stay away from ostriches, dating sites, and medium-paced zombies. I think we can handle that.
I think that's good life advice. Like all three of those.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with those stances, I don't think.
Yeah. I feel like that is. I think there's something deeper. There's like a metaphor there. I just don't know what it is, but I think it is. It is.
I think we'll
It feels
find
like-
it at the end.
Yes.
Probably. Are you playing an Alanis Morissette song? Because I feel like that lyrics for that are somewhere captured.
Oh, is that what happened? She put one hand in her pocket and she lost it.
Yeah, I lose things in my pocket all the time.
It was still there.
What I'm saying to you, Francis, is that you are, how do I put this politely? A giant yellow bird. And when I say you have a bird brain, you quite literally have a bird brain. That's what I'm trying to say. This is not difficult. This is not an insult. This is what I would call a truthful statement. No.
Caw? Caw?
Yes, Francis. It is with great regret that I let you know
Caw?
that you are no longer welcome at the zoo.
Caw?
Sorry.
Ah!
I've got good news though. Before you get upset, I got you a job. There's a new show starting up on. It's a company called Children's Television Workshop, and I got you a job. Now you'll be working with a guy, this green guy in a garbage can. But let me tell you something. I think there can be some real possibilities and some real. You could really be something on this show, maybe.
I think you might be onto something. Sorry about the cause before. I just had something in my throat.
That's
I've always
okay.
kind of wanted to be on television.
I told the zookeeper, I said, look, if there is someone, find me someone who would be better for this role. Find me.
And you picked me?
And I there is no one.
What are you doing on the streets?
Well, I was told to come down to the street to meet a green guy in a trash can
Well,
to
that's
talk
me.
about
Because
being
I'm
on.
clearly the only green guy on this street.
I didn't want to assume. Some people assume because I'm a bird, I have a bird brain, and I like to think I'm pretty smart.
You probably do. With that bird brain, you probably think that's pretty smart, too.
Yes?
I'm just saying.
So,
I mean, and my other Grinches can back me up, but, like, relative to the size of your head, your brain is very small.
okay. But are you going to put me on television?
That's really not up to me. You're gonna have to go all the way to the top. Frankly, I don't want you around here at all.
So someone in the Swingers Teacher Lounge built a giant boat. Vice Principal Frederick, do we know? Was it the couple that we've banished from the school again, getting back in?
Well, they did reach out to me outside of normal school hours, and did mention that they've renegotiated the relationship contract and felt that they could better contribute to the Swingers Teachers Lounge. I did not know a boat was going to be part of it, though.
Well, I'm actually quite impressed that they took the time to build a giant ark, which is about pears, and put it in the Swingers Teachers Lounge, because that seemed to be like somewhat of a conflict, but I really found it beautiful now that you've said it.
Oh wow! Now you're making me wish I read the artist statement, because I feel like there is something there. Like there's a deconstruction.
Oh, hi there. I was just wondering, have you two seen the boat?
In the teachers' lounge. Yeah, no, we were just talking about that.
Isn't it wonderful?
So, like, there's a whole artistic motivation there. You don't even teach the art classes, though. For a shop teacher,
teaching's not what I do. I build boats. I mean, occasionally I garden as well, but mostly the boats. And I got to tell you, this boat I built in the lounge over there, it's got a few empty beds.
I've got to tell you, it struck me as very 1920 Herbert Davis schoonerish, which I thought was some of his finest work. I mean, Vice Principal, would you not agree that that was wonderful?
I would.
My angel, you have done some weird things on Earth.
Yes, I know. I went to that one boat maker. He seems to have taken things a little out of hand, and I'll admit I didn't stop him. It was rather amusing, honestly.
Perhaps you're misunderstanding amusing.
Well, he built a boat for swingers. I mean, it's a little amusing, my lord, you know? Just a little. Still not sure how he did it in that lounge. It's rather impressive.
Big Bird?
Yes?
Oscar?
Yeah, what do you want?
You two fuckers are going to steal the spotlight from me. This show is about me, not you two losers.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I didn't even want to be on this thing.
I just want to be on television.
Oh, there's
are you all the way
nothing
up?
like an Anjani. Everyone loves an Anjani. And I can't have that. I need to be the star. People have to say, who is this show about? Not some giant fucking yellow bird or some green monster in a fucking trash can.
So now I know as a frog, you might not know this, but you shouldn't insult birds.
Yeah, they're pretty dangerous, really.
You don't want to. You wouldn't like me when I'm
Listen
angry.
here, dodo bird. I'm gonna tell you something. I am the star, and you are a two-bit hack.
Don't finish that sentence.
I don't
Mr.
even want to be on TV. I just want to see you guys fight.
Don't finish that sentence, Mr. Frog.
Just do it.
Let
Do
me just
it.
say, if the same birds of a feather flock together, you must be flocking with a dumbass bird.
And that's our show.
We did use fake blood. None of you got to see it because obviously this was lights out. But fake frog blood's hard to make. So
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the consistency that's hard. Like you wouldn't know it, but fake frog blood, or rather real frog blood, is just so thin that it's almost not even a liquid. It's almost a gas.
Yeah.
And then just to build on what Remy said earlier, sometimes, when you use certain types of blood, people can take it for granted.
Oh.
Okay, if you stuck around to the end of the show, click that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy your night.
Yeah.
Come back for more improv in the future. Bye.
I wanted
Bye.
to end with a schist pun, but I couldn't come up with a good one.
Oh.